Right now, software is evolving toward a point where raw execution is a solved problem. Artificial agents can coordinate and complete complex tasks in milliseconds, work that used to take a human team weeks to finish. This creates a dangerous trap for the modern professional. Many people are working harder than ever, but they're expending that effort on manual processes. They are becoming more efficient at tasks that are about to lose all market value. If you are waiting for a to-do list to be handed to you so you can execute it, you have essentially entered a race against an algorithm. And an algorithm doesn't get tired, it doesn't lose focus, and its cost is trending towards zero. Competing on raw output is a losing strategy. To survive the next 5 years, you have to stop thinking like a worker who executes and start thinking like a leader who directs. Humans became the dominant species on this planet because we learned how to coordinate. While other animals were limited by their individual strength, we learned how to align thousands of people toward a single goal using systems and rules. A pigeon or a sheep is bound by its nature. No matter the environment, a pigeon will never decide to act like an eagle. It is a prisoner of its own evolutionary programming. But humans have high agency. We can take a baseline physical form and, through intentional choices and discipline, transform it into something that looks like it belongs to a different species. We are not bound by the state we were born into. This capacity for change is what separates a leader from a spectator. One person relies on their natural talents until they hit a ceiling. The other uses strategy to push that ceiling higher every single year. Those who refuse to plan their own trajectory are effectively reverting to a passive state. In a world where AI can execute any instruction, being a person who only follows instructions makes you a commodity. To master this landscape, look at the human nervous system. It's a perfect model of a high-functioning organization, a central brain supported by autonomous subsystems. Your brain sets high-level objectives, while the organs execute their specialized functions automatically based on instructions in your DNA. This is exactly how you must view your relationship with AI. You are the brain, and the AI tools at your disposal are the organs. They exist to execute the work, so you don't have to. Your value is no longer found in your ability to do the work, but in your ability to design the system that gets the work done. Your primary responsibility is the plan, not the performance. Economic rewards are shifting away from those who can use tools and toward those who can orchestrate entire processes. The goal is to remove yourself from the manual loop entirely. Elon Musk's career provides a specific framework for this orchestration. He doesn't just manage people, he manages the logic of the systems they inhabit. Most people drown in a to-do list, but an orchestrator uses a priority list. They apply the Pareto principle, identifying the 20% of efforts that will generate 80% of the results. If a task doesn't move the finish line, it shouldn't be on the list. This requires the mindset of a chief engineer. You define the final outcome first. Then you identify the specific outputs required to reach that outcome. Only then do you decide which inputs and tools are necessary to start the work. You have to understand the system well enough to know when an optimization is actually a mistake. If you don't understand the high-level goals, you'll end up making a process more efficient that shouldn't even exist in the first place. Adopting this framework turns you into a self-managing builder. You stop being someone who fulfills a role and start being someone who creates outcomes. This level of orchestration comes with a high price. In companies like Tesla, good enough is not a passing grade. They expect exceptional performance, the kind that stands out on a global scale, as the bare minimum for staying on the team. This creates two different paths for your career. You can choose to be the golden retriever, or you can choose to be the wolf. The golden retriever path is comfortable. It's built on being liked and avoiding friction. But a golden retriever only eats what is provided for them. They are dependent on the generosity of the system. The wolf path is hardcore. It requires you to prioritize the integrity of the work over your own ego. It means seeking out blunt, critical feedback and focusing on whether the logic of your system actually holds up under pressure. You have to audit your own toolkit. Are you actually using the best technology available to orchestrate your day? Are you defining your outcomes before you start, or are you just busy for the sake of being busy? The future belongs to the orchestrators. Those who master the chief engineer mindset will dictate their own terms in the market, while those who stay stuck in the execution loop will find themselves with fewer and fewer places to turn.